I'm Rick, and I want to talk about runoff. You get runoff when it rains, the water hits the land, follows gravity downhill till it hits sea level. And it brings its grungy, dark coloured water with it. It can come as a cascade, or it can be a trickle. Runoff's important because it affects the water quality of the water that we swim in when we're diving. The water here is a nice blue colour, especially where you can see the sand underneath it. There's no or very little runoff in that water. In an inlet, where the water's mainly runoff water, there's some silt, but you can see the brown colour from the tannins in the water. There's two kinds of runoff. There's flash runoff, and runoff that comes from water that's been sitting in recharge areas on land. Flash runoff, as the name implies, is quick. It comes immediately after rainfall. This water running down a gutter is flash runoff. Flash runoff carries silt, pollutants, and perhaps more importantly, it carries bacteria too. The bacteria are mainly from animal shit, mainly from dogs in the suburbs and other animals out in the country. The most commonly talked about is E. coli, but there are others. Pollution control authorities tell you to stay well away from water that's got high levels of E. coli in it. The amount of flash runoff that you find around nowadays is much greater than there would have been here in the dream time. That's because we've got engineers, civil engineers, who put gutters in and who put drains so that the water comes away very, very quickly. Man-made drains are more likely to carry flash runoff. Down the gutter and into the drain. Then it's a quick trip to the sea. Recharge runoff comes out a lot more slowly. This water in a bog will sit around for a long time. It'll be released slowly. By the time it finally makes its way to the sea, it'll be filtered through natural vegetation, root systems, etc. And a lot of the nutrients will be stripped from it. So will the silt. It comes filtered through natural swamps, natural vegetation. Not only do they remove a lot of the bacteria, but they also add tannins. So you get some particularly dark, brown looking water. The water under these paperbark tea trees is a good example. The water laying still in this gutter provides another example of really dark, tannin-coloured water. Silt makes water opaque, but tannins are transparent. They still degrade the visibility though, and the change of colour really wrecks the aesthetics of diving. All in all, runoff should be avoided. Runoff can affect your health, and it can certainly lower visibility, adding silt and brown tannins into the water. We need runoff, otherwise we'd run out of sea, but it's best to avoid it when it happens.